everyone, my name is Hua and today we're gonna review this book. This book name is The Stories of Prince and Princesses. I think this book should be really perfect for someone that really likes doozies. Of course it is. Wait, I got a little game. What game is this? I spy with my little eyes. Alright, what did you spy? I spy with my little eye something is cuddly the princess dress. Okay, now you can see and you will see something black and white is cuddling the princess's dress. Okay, now you could just stop this and you can spy it from here. Oh. Hello, yes? I see it too easy. Where is it? Cuddling. They almost see it. Okay, now we've got 3 chapters. 3 chapters? Chapter 1 is about the clumsy prince. Chapter 2 is about the princess who wouldn't get married. And chapter 3 is the prince and the pig boy. And chapter 4 is the smelly prince. Ooh, looking kind of funny. The first one is the clumsy prince. Let's get it started. Colin was the clumsiest prince in the kingdom. Other princes fought dragons. Colin fell over them. Other princes battered villains. Colin bumped into them. Why isn't he wears armor? I isn't very known. And one day he tripped in front of a sad princess. She liked his funnies, so she asked him to marry him. Her father had other idea. He gave Colin 3 tests. Tests he knew Colin would not pass. First, Colin had to show how polite he could be, but he was so busy talking politely to the queen that he didn't see the butter. Oh, he made the butter spilled. Yeah. And he said, "May I pass the sugar, ma'am?" How funny. And I wonder how can the king drink his coffee when his coffee is leaking out? Yeah. So clumsy and funny. Yeah. Next, he had to take the princess out, but somehow he lost the royal boat. Oh my. Then he had to ride the royal horse like a prince. He ride like a clown. How funny. And then one night, the princess had been kidnapped. And she cried, "Help! I'm being kidnapped." And then Colin looked down, but he has been spilled the flower pot, flying straight onto the head of a man stealing the princess. He fell down with a thump, and Colin ran down to help the princess. Sometime clumsy is bad, but sometimes clumsy could help you figure out, or even helping someone. Yeah, kind of like that. The queen and the king come to see the princess, and the princess tell all the stories about Colin rescued her, and then they agreed to let Colin marry her. So Colin lived clumsily but happily ever after. That do. Funny. Yeah. I wonder what if you clumsy. A clumsy snail. I think I gonna trip over Pinky now. I think I'm gonna fall down from the books. And even the books made me thump. I don't think so. Never mind. Let's keep reading. Chapter 2. The princess who wouldn't get married. Wouldn't get married? Why? I think she gonna be not like married though. Oh. Prue liked being a princess except for one thing. She didn't want to marry a prince. You have to, said her dad. That's what princesses do. Oh. Choose one. Wait. The king asked 3 princes to visit. Choose one, he told Prue. But then Prue pointed at the first prince. Too plump. She talked with the next prince. Too tall. Oh. And she talked with the last prince. Too hairy. So what prince would she like to? I think she's gonna like a cute prince kinda like you. But I don't think so. I know. I'm only a stuffed animal. I cannot even marry her. I know. You're only a puppet. The king was angry. If you won't marry a prince, you marry the first man who comes to the castle. And there was a man come to the first castle. A beggar come and he ordered, I order you to marry my daughter. Yes, sir, your majesty. Oh, now Prue and the beggar will marry each other. Yes, they will. And then she come to his house. She need to wear rags and need to clean every day. Ooh, his house was old. Yeah. Now, one day, the beggar brought home some straw. We can make basket to sell, he said, but the straw cut Prue's hand. You must get a job, said the beggar. Prince Alec is getting married. Perhaps you can work in the castle over the hill. She gonna help the castle cook. Ooh. She took pity on Prue and gave her some food. Cool. Prue was going home when she passed the ballroom. She sighed. There was a Prince Alec giving a speech to his guest. Perhaps it wouldn't have been so bad to marry a prince. Just then the prince turned around and saw her. You're a hairy prince, cried Prue. I wonder if she knows. He kind of looked like a beggar. Yeah, looked kind of similar. Prue tried to run away and the food fell from her apron. Apron? The guest began to laugh. I like to dance with you, said the prince, and he reached for her hand. And then she recognized his violin, and it was a beggar, and soon they married together. What they happily married. Yeah. And the last one. The princess and the pig boy. Pig boy? Okay. Once a poor prince named Sam lived in a tiny castle. All he wa- Oh, were a beautiful rose tree and a lovely nightingale. Nightingale. Kind of like a hard word. Yeah. Sam fell in love with a rich princess named Sarah. So he sent her beautiful tree and the lovely nightingale. The rose tree quite beautifully, I guess, of course, but it would be better if it red. I do not very like white. Oh, but Sarah is not pleased. Is Solid Tree a noisy bird? She said. Send them back. Oh. Sam didn't give up. He went to Sarah Police and got a job taking care of a police pig. Ew. And one day he made he missed his home. So he made a rattle which played magical tunes. Magical tunes? I will try to hear. It put the pigs to sleep. Wow. And one day, Sarah was out with her maids when she heard a rattle. I want it, she said. She cost 100 kisses. It cost 100 kisses, said Sam. Kiss the big pig boy? Yuck. Never, said Sarah, but she did want the rattle. I give you 10 kisses, she said. The prince is 100. Price is 100, said Sam. Sarah have to give it. Ugh. The king was on his balcony when he heard giggling. It from the pigsty. What's going down there? He hurried down. He crept up behind Sarah's maids. Someone kissing the pig boy. It's Sarah! Yeah, it's Sarah. And he said with the pig boy, go and never come back. I don't even like pigs, says Sarah. I wish I married that poor prince. Sam quickly changed close behind a tree. You king, he cried. The poor prince. Be a happy prince. Sam took Sarah to live in his tiny castle. Sometimes she even watered the rose tree. Why don't they married? I didn't know. Sometime they're gonna marry together, I guess. Okay, and but chapter 4, the last, is the smelly prince. Ew, I do not like to play with that smelly prince. Of course, you were not allowed to at his castle. He hates children. I'm not the children. He even hates animals. He had no friend, not one. I only a stuffed animal. But you still got a word animal in it. Alright. Percy the smelly prince was the rudest, dirtiest, smelliest prince in the country. He lived all alone in his dirty old castle. He didn't like children. He hated animals. He had no friends, not one. And each day, even his soldiers called him Smelly Percy. Though not to his face. And I see in this picture is about he throwing smelly cabbage down to the children to let the children go away. But he loved a princess, and he got a plan is capture a princess and marry her. She would not marry him. I didn't know. She'll do. Yes, sir, but I don't think she's happy about it. She'll do. Get her. Percy grabbed the first princess to come along. When he taking her home, when they passed some holes, where mole hills and over field, Percy was very angry, and he told his soldiers, "I won't have animals near my castle. Smash their homes." How rude! And Percy locked the princess in the tower, but she had already agreed to marry someone else, a clean prince named Harry. Ooh, better name. "I shall rescue her at once," Harry said, but he couldn't get into Percy's castle. Then a mole came up, and it said, "Don't worry, Your Highness. We'll soon get you into the castle." The moles dug all night, all day. Dug and dig. And soon Harry crawl in the tunnel and go to Percy dungeons. Oh, two dungeons said, asked, "Who are you?" And he answered, "Prince Harry." And Harry set the prisoners free. Then he went to find Percy and the princess. As Percy saw him, he took up his sword and stopped Harry. But his sword was so rusty, it bent. I know, he never ever changed his sword. Yes. As if it wasn't bad enough, Harry's soldiers decided Percy needed a bath. "Don't get soap in my eyes." To Percy's surprise, he found being clean was fun, and people were friendlier. And now the marriage had been begun. And Percy was invited too, but the invitation said, "Please come, but take a bath first." Oh wow, a lovely invitation for who really dirty. Yeah, so it's all. Thank you for watching my video.